The beat of New York.
103.5 KTU. Listen, there's something that I've always wanted to ask you. How? Because it's hard for me to keep track, but like, how do you keep track of like all the projects you do? Like, how do you juggle it all?
I'm on my phone a lot, organizing files, I guess, and just answering text messages and just making. I mean, it's crazy every moment. Like, I didn't do any social media this whole week, so I was literally like working every day and like couldn't even have time to look at my phone. So, just being busy.
But you know, it's like you work with Skrillex, you work with, you know, and your work with Major Lazer, like everything that you do. It's like, how do you allocate the time for each project? I
don't really allocate the time. I just kind of like, when we just take it as cycles. Like when one project's we ran its course, next one happens, and this year's a little more complicated because I got this Major Lazer project happening right now. I got
Silk
City with Mark and Dua Lipa. And I've got LSD, which is probably my favorite thing right now. The weirdest thing I'm doing.
Oh my God, Thunderclouds is my favorite.
Yeah, it's such a cool song.
How is Maddie Ziegler?
I didn't know who she was really. I had done another song with Sia. Me and her had a song called Elastic Heart.
Yeah.
And that was the second video that Maddie was in, and it was with Shia LaBeouf. I was
just gonna say, wasn't that the one where they're dancing in the cage together?
Yeah.
So were you on site for?
I was in that one. I'm actually I'm an artist on that record too with her, but I just knew she doesn't feature in her videos, so I wouldn't be in it without her. And Maddie became like her stand-in, and Maddie became like her spirit in a way. And this is the first one she did with LSD because Sia is working with Maddie on like a lot of projects. And I mean, she's so amazing. I knew she was a dancer. Then when I met her and I took a photo with her, I went to her Instagram. I was like, wow, this girl's like popping like crazy. Like she's the coolest young girl.
Well, like we always associate her with Sia,
which
is so cool. And the LSD project is awesome. I mean, you have the 3 songs which are out right now, and then November there's more coming.
I think it's an album.
Yeah.
Coming. I mean, I don't know if it's. I mean, I kind of finished one, but I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on anymore. It's not really. We're not like in the album world, you know. Like I guess albums like, oh, we have this many songs, let's make an album out of it.
Well, everybody just downloads the songs as they go.
Yeah, it's very single driven market. It's hard for you to like sit and digest the album, but I think this project, because it's Sia and Labyrinth voice on every record, it would be cool to listen to the whole album if you're like a fan.
Yeah.
Because all the songs are kind of like this psychedelic pop music. Nothing sounds like it right now.
I love it. So Silk City, I'm going to be honest with you. I played the song yesterday here on KTU. I didn't know you were Silk City. Like,
oh, really?
Pardon me. I really didn't.
Who do you think it was?
I knew it was Dua Lipa.
But we had other songs too, you know.
I was like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. And then I literally got a call at 10 o'clock last night. They're like, do you want to interview Diplo? He's got this great song out with Mark Ronson, Silk City with Dua Lipa. And I was like, wait, what?
Damn, we need better visibility, Jessica. Make sure my name.
Well, you have the idiots like me that don't, you know, I'm like so basic pop. So, and these guys will tell you.
Guys.
How did this Silk City project even come to fruition?
Me and Mark are friends for years, over 15 years, and we just wanted to make something together. Nothing ever made sense. I mean, we had so many different career paths. We're probably like the same amount of music we made, but he was like Amy Winehouse. I'm doing like Major Lazer, so it's not like we've kind of found a weird sound that works. We were like, what are we even gonna do in the studio together? And then we made like 40 ideas in a week, and then we like this is what we both love. And I think the Electricity was one of the first records we finished, but it's our 3rd single actually. 4th single we had this one called Only Can Get Better, which is a dope song, like Chicago house kind of vibe. Then we had this record with Gold Link that came out, and kind of a hip hop house record. And then we have this one with My Pay called Feel About You, and but we knew this is our big single. We just wanted to like give people the story before it happened.
That's so cool. And like Dua Lipa, was there any question ever? You just knew?
No, we actually wrote it with a couple different women. Actually,
really?
We wrote it with Diane Gordon first, and then Florence the Machine actually wrote a version on it.
Wow. And
then Romy wrote some of the earlier lyrics, and then Dua came in and finished it with us. So she was the 4th woman to write on the record. But she was the voice that we were like, we wanted her more than anybody. We wanted her voice on that record.
She's like such pretty alto voice. Like
she has a full deep voice, and that is what works in house music, I think.
Yeah.
The best. It's like for like classic sound. And
well, I love Mo on
Sunny Rise.
Yeah.
Also she has a crazy range, but she has a really sultry. She has a very jazzy voice, actually.
Yeah.
She's like came from the, European singers come from jazz a lot of times.
But was it true? Because a friend told me that she wasn't really 100% sold on like working with the project at first? You had to
Yeah.
convince her?
Who do or Mo?
Mo.
No way. Mo found me. I was in
Really?
Amsterdam, and her manager like literally took an Airbnb and came to our show, made us meet her,
Wow.
and we did a couple demos. One of them became this record called XX that we did years ago, and then we started Lean On around then.
Yeah.
And then we've been working together for about 5 years.
That's crazy. So it's really all about networking in this business. Just like,
I think it's just keeping, if you're someone like me as a producer, you're just always listening to music and trying to find cool ideas and new sounds. And she was just somebody I was like, wow, since I worked with her, like every producer tries to get her number from me because she's one of the coolest voices out there right now.
yeah, I agree with that. And it's so cool. I mean, you're at this point now, you've worked with, on Beyonce's Lemonade. Like, once you work with Beyonce, it's like pretty much everybody's like begging for your number. Like, do you have to be really selective about who you work with? Like, how full is your inbox right now?
I don't really care who I don't even have an email. I don't know. My email is basically people yelling at me for deadlines. But if I meet someone, it's just everything's spontaneous. I'm working on so many records at any moment that, just finding, it's like math, like finding the right things that fit with the right person, the right attitude, and the right style, and the right time. I'm just happy to always work. I don't, I might work with the biggest star in the world, but I might find one of my cousins might come over and drop a cool idea, and it's the best thing. Like, I worked on like 20 songs last week for Major Lazer, and the one that stuck in my mind is like one that's like gibberish that we just made in like 10 seconds.
Like the most random record.
Yeah, so it's like you can spend like a year on a record, and you can spend 20 minutes, and it's like a better song.
And that's the one.
We did spend a year on Electricity though, and I think it's good.
I think it's awesome too.
We were pretty precious with that song.
So, being that you have your hands full with all these different projects, like, what's your typical day like? Like, how much sleep do you get?
Like 4 hours at least.
Man.
Hopefully tomorrow I get more.
So you're not like a Netflix, or like you're not
I
really
never have anything.
You don't watch TV, do you?
I tried to watch Ozark last night on the airplane, and I like luckily fell asleep after an hour, and then I woke up like 2 hours ago. Now I'm here.
Might be the busiest man in the biz. And so I have this
try.
information here about the stuff going on with Major Lazer. Do you want to tell us about
Yeah, let's
that
tell
and
you
the
about it.
tour?
Well, not that anybody here is going to go to our shows, but we're going to Africa.
You never know. We
for
could
5 shows
guys
next
field
month.
trip.
Yeah, so if you guys want to go, we're playing Lagos, Addis Ababa, Kenya, Johannesburg, and somewhere else. I said that. That's Addis Ababa. There's another one on there.
So it's all like very African inspired, like the music.
But the music itself is records that we had done over the last 2 years. We went to Africa for a tour before, like last year, and it was huge for us. It was like crazy to see like the crowds that we brought out. So this year is like we had a big record that came out in Africa called Particular with Jadena and some African artists. And this year we just we have a bunch of records that we did. We wanted to put them out somehow. So we dropped this EP over the next month, and 5 songs with a bunch of great artists from Lagos, Nigeria, like Johannesburg. If you're into Afropop, if you like artists like Davido or Wizkid, or even Drake, he had a lot of big African style records the last 2 years. This EP is going to be great. And it's club music.
All these songs are going to have like amazing bass lines.
Yeah. And they're going to have crazy
bass and
videos. We shot all the videos already, so the videos are going to drop every week.
So cool. Well, congratulations. I have
Thank
one
you.
last question for you.
Uh-huh.
Best place you've ever visited, like on tour?
In the whole world?
Whole world.
I mean, I'm simple. I still love a city like New Orleans. I've been all over the world, but I just love the spontaneity and the weirdness, and places like Rio is another great city. But let's see. My favorite city probably in the last 2 years. I went to Kathmandu for a show last year, and it was one of the weirdest. Have you ever seen Doctor Strange? That movie?
Yes.
It's like that. When you go, like, where he's in Kathmandu and like going to the crazy magical spirit shop. It's like, it's literally when he's doing the fire.
A portal.
Yeah, I did that for hours there, and I couldn't make a space-time vortex, but I will try. I'm going back there next month, actually.
That's incredible. All right, I lied. One more question. Being that you're in New York, favorite place to visit while you're in New York?
My hotel.
Yeah, man. Try to at least get 5 hours of sleep tonight if you can.
I don't know. It's a pretty late night. We got the Madison Block Party tonight. I don't know when this is airing, but I have a big show tonight here in New York. It's already sold out, though, so you can't go.
Sorry. But next time, and we're so happy and very thankful that you came to visit us today.
I might give you a guest list if you play Electricity on the radio.
Diplo.
5 times.
The beat of New York.
103.5 KTU.